Alright, something I want to preface before the video is that I've been waiting for this album for around a year. I think Violet first teased the album in January of this year, I think, and it just released. So I had been waiting for this for a while. Her first album was released like a year and a half ago, Ultraviolet, on April 28th, 2023. And I think, just based off memory, she released two singles in between that and this new album. So yeah, we've been waiting kind of a long time for a new album. Another thing to mention is that the release of this album kept getting pushed back, and we never really got any reasons for it. Obviously, we can speculate. If I had to say, I think it was probably a problem with her label, because originally this was supposed to release in the summer of 2024, and then it got pushed back to around like fall, and finally it got pushed back one last time to December 13th. A few final things to add before I actually play my reaction is that the album is 6 tracks shorter than her last album, Ultraviolet. I already mentioned it, but it is only around 4 minutes shorter. Um, Ultraviolet's total runtime was around 36 minutes, and this album's total runtime is around 32 minutes 40 seconds. So they do have sort of comparable runtimes, obviously compared to other albums. A 32-minute long album isn't terribly long, but if you want to just skip my reaction completely and go to the end, you can see my ratings for each individual song, and then I'll give a rating for the entire album. little drink. Let me throw up a little text capture. I'll get my rating. That's good. Good first song. Oops. Oh yeah, I've heard this. Yep. I've heard this in the snippet. I was so excited for this song. This sounds fire. Fuck. Yep. It's fucking awesome. It's so good. Yeah, this is so good. I was really excited for this song. She dropped a snippet of this, I think first on her Instagram story, like a couple months ago, like mid-year maybe. This is really good. Yep. Fire. I think this next song, just based off the beginning, I think she definitely dropped this. Okay, so she dropped a snippet of the last song and this one, so I've heard a little bit of this already. It sounded pretty good in the snippet. Let me throw my rating up. Or wait a second. Oh, this is episode of Happiness. Yeah, this is a single. She released this a while ago. I can already rate this. Yeah, simple song. Yeah, I was reading. There's some other songs we released a snippet for. That's pretty good. The chill track. Get my rating on that. Pretty good. That's pretty good. Solid. Let's see. Look at that, an 8. nothing below a 7 yet, in my opinion. It all suits my taste pretty well, though. This is my favorite artist of all time, so I might need to turn the desktop audio down a little bit. I think currently the music is louder than me, so I'm just gonna turn it down a little bit. Ooh. Oh, it's a new. Oh shit. Okay. I really like that. That was good. Let me go and update my rating. Oh yeah, this is already sounds good. Oh yeah, this is. Oh, yeah, she released a preview for this already. This is. I really like this. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is like really good. I really like this. Yeah, this is fire. Big fan of this. Yeah, the transition from Total Ghost Void into Aesthetics of Self-Destruction was really, really good. I think it's gonna bump my rating up a little bit. Although the song itself is just very good already. So I'm gonna have to move this over a little bit. Actually, I might need to make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, or nope, a little bit bigger. Okay, this bass is hidden. This rumination. Okay. This is track 8 of 9. I definitely like this so far. Oh yeah, yeah, this is This is good. Don't need to be switching scenes now. Alright, pretty good. Oops. Here we go, final track. Already off to a good start. I like this a lot. I want to say this bass, very good. It's kind of stands out to me a little bit. This is good. I like this a lot. It's probably like a 9 so far. This song, like 8.5 to 9 range. Thinking maybe 8.7. To do it. Yeah, I'll give it a 9. Alright. Pretty good album. I'm looking at a 9.5. 9.5 out of 10. Pretty good album. Very good album. Very, very consistent. I'm comparing this to her last album, which is over 2 years old. Well, no, not 2 years old, but a year and a half old. Last album was Ultraviolet, released, I think, what was it, at the end of April 2023, I think. That was a pretty good album. I think I'd also give that like a 9, 9.5. Very, very consistent. I think she's a very consistent artist. Her EP that she released before Ultraviolet, Wonderful Core, also very consistent. I think that's probably like a 9, 9.3 EP. Pretty good. I think this right here probably has some of her best work. I think her two best songs have to be A Tear at Eventide and Yours Forever. Yours Forever is a 10, I think. Yours Forever is extremely good. I think I'll have to go back and look at the lyrics for A Tear at Eventide to give a real like proper rating. But one thing I can definitely say is this album has pretty good highs, especially with A Tear at Eventide and Aesthetics of Self-Destruction. And it doesn't really have any lows, I don't think. My lowest rating on here is 7.5. It's very, very consistent, really consistent album. One thing I do have to say is a couple of these songs had a very good bass, especially Aesthetics of Self-Destruction. Aesthetics of Self-Destruction had very good bass. Very, very good. I was a big fan of it. Antidote sounded pretty good. Rumination was also pretty good. I mean, all these songs were pretty good. But overall, 9.5, I'd say. Maybe might increase with the re-listen, but very consistent, very good. Definitely a big fan. So this is a list of my final ratings. My overall rating for the entire album is a 9.5. Very consistent, very good. The album had pretty good highs, didn't really have any lows. Like I said, just very consistent. Obviously, this like type of music, I would say, is kind of like an acquired taste, not particularly like mainstream. I wouldn't really call it. I mean, I suppose it's breakcore, but it's not really traditional breakcore. Violet's, I mean, she's never really been a traditional breakcore artist. She got definitely a fair amount of hate when she was starting because people said she wasn't like a real breakcore artist. If I had to give her a classification, I mean, if if chill breakcore was a genre, I would say like chill breakcore, ambient breakcore, I would say. Obviously, I'm a big fan of this type of music, specifically Violet. I honestly think she is pretty unique. A lot of people call her like a sewer slut clone. I would disagree with that. I think she is a unique artist, and I'm definitely a big fan of her music. I think this album was a little bit more experimental than Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet was still good. I do think she's grown as an artist a decent amount. I would say, although Ultraviolet, I'd say it still holds up even now. It's one of my favorite albums probably. Just to like throw on in the background and just listen to it. Honestly, I think just off rip, I think I like The World Doesn't Care a little bit more. I definitely think it has better highs. I think the highest point in Ultraviolet was Yours Forever, probably. But I honestly think The World Doesn't Care has at least two peaks that can contend with Yours Forever. I think A Tear at Eventide and Aesthetics of Self-Destruction both sort of compete with Yours Forever. Although I do think Yours Forever has a leg up over Aesthetics of Self-Destruction because Yours Forever is a vocal track, and I kind of prefer vocal tracks, especially if the lyrics have meaning. And I think the lyrics in Yours Forever have not only meaning, but a meaning that I would personally resonate with, that I'm a big fan of. Overall, I think I would recommend this album to someone probably who's a fan of like glitchcore, maybe breakcore. Again, this obviously is not really traditional breakcore. It's much less, I would say, aggressive, especially with like the drum breaks. Obviously, Ultraviolet was the same. Maybe a drum and bass fan, like atmospheric drum and bass. Maybe someone who's a fan of jungle, although I wouldn't, I would definitely not call this album jungle or drum and bass really. Um, I think mainly I would probably recommend it to a fan of glitchcore. Uh, I think you kind of have to be a fan of Violet's like older works to like this album. Although, I mean, I personally think it's pretty good. But like I said earlier, this is definitely not like mainstream music. Certainly not like genre wise. But yeah, that being said, very good album. I mean, I personally liked it a lot. To be fair, Violet is my my favorite artist, so I am biased. But yeah, I mean, very good.